You want to manifest love. You want to manifest a person, a special person to come and to take care of you and to love you and to fall in love with you. But let's back up first. We all know that manifestation community is very much on the rise right now, and the top searched manifestation term is love. Manifesting love is the number one thing that people want to manifest. So regardless of where you are in life right now, if you want to manifest love, if you want to manifest a special person, if you are in a situationship, if you're in a relationship, and if you want to change your relationship dynamics, or you want to get somebody obsessed with you, or your man's cheating on you, no matter where you are, just know that this video is for you. Because this is all about you. Of course, we want to manifest love, but we need to understand that manifestation starts from within, okay? So first thing, let's establish a base ground. There's so many people going around, especially now, it's like, oh, love is like manipulation. Like you have to do this to get that person. Like, you know, you don't date them for love, but you date them for wealth and all that stuff going around everywhere. Well, let me tell you, at the end of the day, everybody just wants to be loved. It can be a girl, a boy, a puppy, no matter what you are, we just want to be loved, okay? There is a reason why love manifestation is the top searched term. There is a reason why most of the songs in the world are written about love. There's a reason why the most movies released are in the genre of love, because we all want to experience love. And our ways of experiencing love could be different, but at the end of the day, we all want to just be loved. And in order to attract the perfect kind of relationship that you want, the first thing that you need to understand is that manifesting love starts from you. It starts from within, because at the end of the day, everybody that you see around you, the good things you see in them, the bad things you see in them, is all just a reflection of you. So let's say you're in a relationship and you see that this person is not making the financial income that you would have wanted. Well, that means you have an internal state where there's a lack of finances and you are projecting that on to this person, and that is why you see that in that person. If the guy is cheating on you, if your sex life is not great, if you have a situationship problem where this person is just hitting you up whenever they want, all of this comes down to one thing, which is you and your self-love. Because manifestation, again, comes back to you, and whatever you have inside is what is reflected on the other person. And this is both the good and the bad. If you see somebody and you see that, oh my God, this person is so caring, so kind, he wants to take care of me, he is always shows up for me, guess what? You see those qualities, you admire those qualities because you are somebody who understands those qualities. You see those qualities, at least in yourself. And that is the reason why when somebody else shows them to you, you reciprocate it. And you are open to those feelings when somebody shows them to you. Because if you don't know what it means to love somebody or to care for someone, if somebody else cares for you, you're not gonna know that they're caring for you because you do not know what caring feels like. So every emotion you experience, good or bad, is going to be a reflection of you. And this is a great thing because if you don't like where you are in life right now, guess what? You can take yourself out of that situation because you put yourself in that situation. You also have the power to change that situation, to manipulate the situation, like to literally change it into whatever it is you want. So I was talking to a client of mine and we had a discussion, and she was just going on about everything that she does not like about her man, and she was literally on a complaining spree. She was like, oh my God, he does not take me on dates, he does not do that for me, he does not help me with the dishes, blah 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 blah. There were like all these things that she did not like about him. And then I was like, okay, you don't like all these things. So tell me, how would you want him to show up for you? And she was blank because she did not know. And this is 90% of us out here, because we all know what it is we don't like about others, but we don't know what it is that we do want. And that is the problem, because if you don't know where you want to go, any train will literally get you there because you don't care where you're going. So it's really important to know what it is you're looking for. If you're in a place in life where you're like, oh my God, I am lost. I do not know where to start. I do not know what I'm looking for. I know that I want something, but I don't know what I want and how I'm going to get it. Well, let me make your life easy for you. I have put down a free workbook down in the bio or the comments. Just take a look. That will really make your life easy. Like, go through the workbook. It will really help you understand what are the things that you like or don't like. And from there, you can build a better life. In this workbook, I literally go over questions which you have to sit down and answer. And mind you, it might take a little bit of thinking and deep searching to actually figure out what you want. But once you do, you can truly manifest way better things. And that brings me to the next thing, which is visualize. It is so important for you to manifest the right things. So I have a client who literally texted me and she was like, oh my God, I like this guy on TikTok and he said that I was hot. How do I get him obsessed with me? Like, I really want this guy. How do I get him obsessed with me? And then I was like telling her all the things that she can do to get this man obsessed with her. But then as we were talking, I kind of figured out that her life goals and what she wanted to do in life were like really nice and pure things. And then I saw this guy's profile and he seemed like a hot guy, but he was like a dusty Steve. Let's just call him Dusty Steve for the sake of the example. And she wanted Dusty Steve. As I was talking to her, I realized that this girl had really pure intentions in life. She wanted to do some really great things in life, but now she was trying to manifest this Dusty Steve into her life. Why? Because she did not know what she wanted. Because she just saw this guy, she thought he was hot and she wanted to get him into her life. But is he actually the right thing for you? Let's say you are in your life's journey and this is your soulmate. And your soulmate wants to come into your life. But then you see Dusty Steve here and you're like, oh, Dusty Steve looks so interesting. And now you want Dusty Steve in your life. Guess what happens? The longer your focus is on Dusty Steve, the longer it is going to take for your real soulmate to come into your life. So the longer you're going to chase Dusty Steve here, your soulmate is going to... You are increasing your own timeline. Like, why would you do that to yourself? So it's really important for you to realize what is the right thing that you actually want instead of chasing some Dusty Steve. And in order to do that, visualization is great. So basically in the visualization exercise, you just want to go over what you want your life to look like. What do you want your partner to be like? Like, not just the physical characteristics. It's great that, oh yeah, I want somebody who's tall, successful, handsome. That's great. Like, physical features, great, put it down. But you also need to put down some other things, like how does he make you feel? For example, in my manifestation list, I had written down that, okay, yes, he has to be 6 feet or taller, athletic body, beautiful eyes, and supermodel face. Well, I like guys with pretty face, so that's me. And I had characteristics like this guy is somebody who makes me quit smoking weed because he doesn't smoke weed. I want him to have like an emotional intelligence. I want him to be empathetic. I want him to be somebody who's secure in his own skin, somebody who's really good at communication. And these were the things that I really valued, like your morals and your values. I needed him to have the same morals and values as me, because if I want to spend a future with this person, I need him to have the same morals and values. So if you're just manifesting somebody for the sake of manifesting them, you know that this is not going to go anywhere long term, then go with Dusty Steve, that's fine. But most of us who are trying to manifest love are looking for a long-term partner, because we don't want to go through this, oh, I'm dating someone, we broke up, now I'm dating someone else, we broke up. Like, the cycle happens, but we don't intend it. And the reason we don't find our soulmate in the first try is because we just go with whatever is available, honestly. I remember I was in a dating stage where I did not know what I was looking for. So basically, I would just choose from the pool of people that were available to me, and I'd be like, okay, who's the best in the pool? And that would be it. That's great if you're a regular person, but if you're somebody who manifests, you know that you can literally have whatever it is you want. So why would you settle for anything less? So know exactly what it is you want and then manifest it. That brings me to the next point. Write it down. Like, literally, I don't mean like just write it in a journal that, okay, this is the guy I want to manifest, and then forget about it. No, you actually want to take a piece of paper, write it down, tear the paper or whatever, and stick it or keep it somewhere where you can reference it. Like, every day. Every day would be great, but if not every day, at least every week. You know why? Because our brain is wired to think a certain way. And if you don't look at this list every day, you are not going to remember what are the qualities that you want in the guy. You're not sending a clear signal to universe that this is what you want. So have your piece of paper and reference it every now and then whenever you can. And don't reference it like, oh yeah, it has to be like this. When you're referencing it, think of it like, oh yeah, this person is already here. Like, why not? And this brings me to another disclaimer, which is I have personally noticed in my dating life, no matter how well I had described the person in my manifestation list, they would still show up with my limiting beliefs in them. So I remember when I was in college, I wanted to date a guy who was like really ambitious and wanted to do big things in life, but I did not have that much ambition when I was a kid. Like, I knew I'd do big things, but I did not know what I would do. So I was basically attracting all these great guys, but all of them did not have that ambition in them. And when I did become ambitious, my next thing was, oh, I wanted to date a rich and successful guy, you know? And I'm not saying you have to be rich and successful in order to date a rich and successful guy, but you should not have a limiting belief that, oh, I am not rich and successful, so why would a rich and successful guy date me? That would be a limiting belief. And that was something I struggled with in the past. So then there was a phase in my life where I was attracting men, but they were great. They were ambitious. They wanted to work on something, but then they were like financially illiterate. Like, literally, they would be so bad at spending money. They would be on debts and borrow money from me and stuff like that. So that was another stage. And then until recently, I was in a stage in life where I was so focused on my business, but obviously I also wanted to date. And I saw that I was attracting all these successful men who were rich and wealthy, but they were not emotionally available. They did not have the time to spend on me because that was me at that point. I did not have the time to spend on them. And even though I wanted them to like madly fall in love with me and spend all their time and energy on me, I wasn't in a mental state to be able to give them that. And so I was attracting all these emotionally unavailable men. So at the end of the day, no matter what you're trying to attract, your deepest subconscious limiting beliefs will be projected onto the people you are attracting. If you see that you have a pattern of people that you're attracting, or there's this one thing that every one of your relationships has in the past, then guess what? It's not the people, it's you. You are the common denominator in all of these, and you will have to do the internal work and change yourself, because unless you change yourself, the cycle is going to keep repeating. So again, if you do want to work on yourself and change your inner beliefs, download my free workbook. You're welcome. And the last thing you want to do is just be, like, literally, regardless if that person is in your life or not, you have to still enjoy your life. Because As human beings, we have a default state of being. What this means is, so there's like a high vibing person, there's like a neutral, and then there's like a negative person. And it's so sad that 90% of us like living on the earth, just going about in our life, usually live in a negative state of mind. We're always comparing ourselves. We're always in self-doubt and talking shit about others and just in a negative mindset overall. And why would we do that to ourselves? Like, if not keep ourselves in a positive state of mind, at least try to be in a neutral position, guys. Like, why would you want to self-sabotage yourself? And even if you attract this person into your life, your default state of being is still going to be the same. This person could come in and give you a dopamine high. He takes you out on a date or whatever and does really fancy things for you. Your dopamine level might go up for a bit, but then guess what? After some time, it's still gonna fall back to its default stage. And this default stage is completely dependent on you. It doesn't have to do anything with the people around you or any external environment. It only depends on you. Like, you could be living in the middle of a hell where everybody is just dying and you could still be at peace, because that is how strong our mind is. So it's really important for you to work on your internal state of mind. So find out the things that make you happy. Like, what would you do if you had him? Like, go on dates, maybe go out on a walk. Enjoy yourself. Like, go on your hot girl walk. Like, do the things that you would do with him, but you don't need him to do those things. Go out and eat something. Go out with your friends. Have party. Like, do whatever it is that you would want to do with this person, you could do by yourself. And make sure that you are always on that high vibing state. Make sure you, every day, little by little, you are working on your default state. Okay? Because staying on the default state is useless. That person will come into your life and you're still going to stay in the same place. So your internal work has to be done in order for you to raise in life. And that is everything we have to talk about today about manifesting love. And if you're somebody who really wants to like go into a routine, get into the mindset of manifesting the exact person, guess what? I am coming out with a course which is basically a daily routine that you can follow, which is all about understanding yourself, understanding your limiting beliefs, and then changing those beliefs, staying in the positive mindset. Every day, every single day. The routine is like literally things you have to do throughout the day to help you stay in that perfect mindset. And as we all know, when we're in the right mindset and we're thinking the right thoughts, manifestation is easy. So if you're somebody who is wanting to manifest your dream, a person or your situationship or your relationship or whatever ship you are on, if you want to sail your ship, work on yourself, work on your mindset, get into a routine of manifesting. And if you need any help, just reach out, leave a comment, or follow me on my socials. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video and next week. Bye.